All right, I'm going to give you a tour today of one of my favorite ebook readers, iBooks. I'm going to go ahead and go in and show you my bookshelf. Now, there's a lot of differences on this bookshelf compared to your traditional bookshelf. Here, I can download samples of any book that I want to try. In fact, I encourage you to do that every time. To me, that's just a good shopping tip. A lot of times I need to read the first chapter before I know whether or not I want to continue reading it. I also, on here, can have textbooks. There's a number of different textbooks on here, and publishing companies are starting to come out with more and more. You'll see some that have really plain covers. There are just a ton of books that have been converted digitally that don't have copyright on them that are free for us to download. So we need to take advantage of those at home and in schools. I'm going to go ahead and get inside one of the books. This is Living on the Future Edge by Ian Jukes. All right, let's take a look at what types of tricks ebooks do that regular books do not do. You'll notice that I do have some highlights on these pages. I'm able to do that because the text is unlocked, and I can select it by using these blue dots and dragging it. Once I've selected text, I get a menu of choices. I can copy it, look up things in the dictionary, which is too large of a block, highlight it, which is what I'm going to do, add a note, or even search within that text. When I highlight it, this does something different than the other type of highlighter. This will put it in a table of contents for me so that I have it all together. It's really quite brilliant. Let's take a look at other tricks that it does. You'll notice, let's go through some of the choices. If I double tap on a word, any word I don't know, I'll get the opportunity to click on dictionary, and it will give me a definition right there. To me, that is huge for comprehension. Not many of us will go and find a dictionary to look up that word. Let's take a look at a few more things as we come up that make this different. I can change the brightness of the page. There's always been concern and talk about ebook readers and are they good or bad for the eyes. They've built in a few things to make them easier on the eyes. That's one of them. Let's go to the next icon. There's a couple things in here that will make it easier. Actually, three. I can increase the size of the font by just tapping and get it really nice and big. I can also change the font. There's some things to be said for fonts that don't have feet, like this one. They say that it is easier to read. The other one is sepia. If I turn that on, that is just an overlay. You'll notice that it gets a little dimmer and it's very bright when I turn it off. That is supposed to make it easier on the eyes. The next one is really a nice little tool for those who are doing some heavy reading and need to find certain instances of the word. Let's go ahead and look up the word paradigm, and it is going to find for me every instance of that word in this book. It will tell me what page it's on, and it will also put the context that you find it in, so that you can really zero in and try to find that one nugget that you remember reading. It's just really a wonderful feature. Let's go here to bookmarks. If there's a whole page, so you don't want to highlight it, but you want to bookmark a page, these are bookmarks, not like a bookmark you just have one per book. You can have several per book. And let me show you where all those go. This is the table of contents over here. It's dots with lines. If I go there, yes, I see my table of contents, but take a look, I can switch to bookmarks. It not only shows me my bookmarks, it shows me all my highlights and my notes. So I can go directly to that and read the rest of it or go right to it if I'm in a discussion. There is one other feature that I want to point out to you on the iPad. The Kindle also has this when the text is unlocked, can be selected, is the ability to read out loud to you. On the iPad it uses voiceover. Not an ideal voice, but it is good. It'll say voiceover on, and then I just need to tap, and you'll hear it reads. Now, it is kind of clunky in that I have to go one line at a time to have it read, But I really don't mind that. If I have a student who's really still struggling with reading, I really like the connection they have to have when they tap on the words. They see it, they hear it at the same time. We're still working on literacy, even though they may struggle. This will also help them not get lazy and just listening to the entire thing. They can try to read the words that they might, maybe they're able to read that whole sentence and they just need to come down here. So that is a really nice feature in iBooks. That ends my little tour of iBooks. I hope you enjoyed it.